Today we're going to be showing you guys the Shure ULX4D. We've sold quite a few of the Shure ULX series and had really good luck installing them in churches, and we use them for live use. But I just want to show you guys how well packaged this thing is. Shure does a really good job with their packaging. So when you first open it up, really thick corrugated cardboard. They have the manual and everything in a recessed part of the box. They have it to where it's really easy for you to pick up the sides. Don't throw the sides away, because inside of each one is some pretty important stuff. So we'll go ahead and open one of these up and kind of let you see it. So let's see if we can do this one-handed. So your antennas are in here, and then also inside of here they have all the stuff for you to rack mount it, and they have the extensions for the BNC to where you can put the antennas on the front of the rack. And then they have a very nice shielded Ethernet system in case you want to use the Dante features that you can use for these. So they make these in a quad and in a dual, and they make them in single as well. But when you do the quads, it's crazy. You can do a ton of channels with one antenna combiner. Inside of here it's IC, I believe. And that might actually be it. IC and, oh yeah, the rack screws. So the rack screws, the little screwdriver, and then to help with the cabling inside of your rack. And don't throw away these little guys. I'll get it to where you can see it. This right here on the edge, those are the where you can actually put in the, forgot words for it, in the rack holes where the antennas can go. If you don't use the adapters over here, you can just plug that to make it look a lot better. And then they have the feet for the unit too if you're not going to rack mount it. But we're going to open this thing up, get it out, and just kind of show you everything about it. Alright, so we got it out of the box and powered up, and everything's kind of ready to go on it. So the antennas are really nice. They come color coded, and it also tells you what the frequency is on it. That way you can make sure that you have the right frequencies for the right band that you've got. And the big difference between this and just your regular wireless microphones is that D in the ULXD part. So the ULXD4D just means it's double, so you have two in one rack space. They make one that's got four, and then they make single units as well. But the introduction to the digital audio in the mic realm has really changed how many frequencies you can get in one band. And you can actually do channel-wise, you can get up to 560 channels in one band. Because digital, if you ever get to look at it waveform-wise, it's completely different than the way analog looks. That'll allow you to have 64 channels and 8 megahertz of spectrum, which is really great because we, as you guys have noticed, have slowly been losing our spectrum. The government's been selling it off, and now we can only go basically from 400 up to about 599, or it's right in the 600s basically, very low 600s. So being able to stack that many channels in such a small frequency band is really important, and 560 channels in one band is incredible. And with it having Dante on the back, which we'll show in a minute, makes life even better. So one thing that it does introduce, though, with this being digital, is there's a little bit of latency, but Shure has it way down, and I believe it's 2.9 milliseconds of latency, which is not terrible. And the only time that you might notice that is if you're running this into a digital console, and digital console has a bunch of millisecond adage from converting analog to digital, and the person has in-ears on. But if you don't have in-ears, you're using monitors, you're not going to notice any of this. So it gives you encryption, which is great because you're not going to be able to have people basically listening in at all, because the encryption will keep it to where it's just kind of synced and only opens up when it's supposed to on the receiver. And another thing that Shure has done, which is incredible on their transmitters, is you don't have to worry about just and gain anymore. You're not going to have any more clipping out of the capsule, which is incredible for us, because that was my biggest complaint about Shure, is back when we used to use a lot of their units, they would clip out very easily when people would cup the mic and scream into it, like I'm sure many of you have seen. So their new technology keeps that from happening. Very well built transmitter. On off is super easy to get onto. You can lock everything from inside. You can see when it kicks on, we have tons of RF. and I'm going to talk into it. 22222, and you're able to adjust the gain on each channel if you want to match the input of your board. So I'm going to just show you I'm talking at this regular volume into the mic, and then we're going to bump up the gain on this channel. So now, same volume, you can see that now I'm hitting in the yellow. And we'll go up some more, and I don't know if we'll be able to see on the screen, but you can at least see here 222, and now we're hitting in the second one, 22. So very easy to adjust the gain to match the output, and you don't have to worry about clipping anymore, which is incredibly nice. So we'll show you the back. Having the Dante output, if you have a Yamaha CL5 or really pretty much anything, there's ways to get into Dante. You can have the quad receivers and get those near 500 channels and just be running Ethernet is pretty incredible. There is a cascade output for your antennas, and by doing that you can actually have two of these in one unit, cascade out into the other one, and just use one set of antennas for 4 units, which is really nice. Your traditional analog outputs with a line mic selection switch for each one, which is really nice. Handles that are built very well on both the front and the back to make it easier for racking. So you can see the heads are built very well, just a regular 58 head. You can get the KSM-H, you can get the Beta 87, SM86, all sorts of heads available for this. Soldered very well. So here's the inside of this guy. We just got some AA batteries in here, but the rechargeable units are incredible for this lineup. You can get over 1,000 recharges on them. They're just built very well. Buttons are very solid on it. If you need to do anything, I don't know if it'll actually focus on here, but you kind of just push over to get to whatever you need to, and then you can press up or down to change anything. So after you do your scan and you find your frequencies, then this is the IR that you would just kind of put towards the IR right here, and then you can sync it. So we'll see if we can get it to focus on the screen. So we're going to go ahead and hit the scan button at the bottom. See if I can do this one-handed. So we'll do channel 1, and then we'll go ahead and scan. We'll hit scan to continue. So it'll show us and be a good one for group 1, channel 65. So we can press enter, and it says that we're good to sync now. So just very nice, very well built. We're super happy with this guy. And we use them in our front of house applications. We usually leave 2 duals out there or a single quad. That way we can just have, for all of our festival type things, we can just have wireless mics out and move them around. But built really well. If you guys need any gear or have any questions, just comment below. Make sure to hit the like button, and just let us know if we can help you out with anything. Have a great day.